I be like, yeah, 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 praise God, yeah, 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 praise God. I really don't deserve it. Preacher was teaching, I was just swerving, thinking it wasn't that urgent. I saw the light and closed the curtains. Still in my heart, he was working. Died in the place of my ugliest version. Then one day everything changed. I took a bath in the blood detergent. Look at the drip. Yeah, I came up a new creation.
Hey, I was just on the floor doing some stretching, and I was thinking about like this conversation about our moms and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed it. And obviously I know your mom, and obviously you know mine, but just a segue, it made me start to think about like all the family gatherings and things that we've had, and kind of led me down and part of this too came up because I was in my phone looking for something. I can't remember what it was, but I was looking for a photo, or if I had a particular photo, and it led me down a rabbit hole. Which anyway, I say all of that to come back and say that it led me down a road of thinking about like, what are some of your favorite family gatherings that we've had as a family, and like what are some of your favorite memories of the family getting together? And I can start us off. I have two in particular now, and I say two in particular because I could go on and on for days. I have a lot of fun memories of family things, but just two that kind of stand out to me since I'm bringing it up. I'll do it in order of which came first. Which came first? Wait, where are you guys? Yeah, okay, so that definitely came first. Okay, the first one is your wedding. I loved your guys' wedding. I thought it was so much fun. Your wedding was obviously in Jamaica, and back then Michael and I only had the boys, so we only had 2 kids, and Mason was like, you got married in August, so Mason was like, he was like 9 months, so he was under 1. He was like 9 months old, and like no one had kids or babies, so he was like the star of the show. Everybody was passing him around. Your friends loved him. Everybody just loved him. He was like the only baby around, because Jaden was like 9 or 10 back then. And so your friends were just really great and loved on Mason, and you know, kind of helped out with that. And we would go to, I forgot what it was called. Oh, the discotheque. Do you remember all your friends, Michael and I and Andrew, and we all went to the discotheque? It was like the club on site at the resort, and it was just so much fun. We just had a good time. And what's crazy is I'm like, who was watching my kids? Like, was it mom? Like, I can't remember if we brought them to mommy and daddy's room, or if mommy and daddy came to our room to watch them. I don't remember, but I think they were the ones watching them. Yeah, because there's no way I would have left them alone. Like, Mason being 8 months old and Jaden only being 9, but 9 or 10, something like that. But it was so much fun. I remember having a good time with your friends, most of whom I was meeting for the first time. But it was just good company. And then Sanjay's friends, it was good fun. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And all the grandparents were still alive. Well, not all of them, but like on my side, I know Amy was still alive and Miss May was still alive. The grandfathers, they both been dead. So, but both grandmothers were still alive. Obviously, Gma was still here. And so, yeah, it was just a good time. I really enjoyed it. The second one that comes to my mind is, now this is post-wedding. I don't remember how far after you guys got married. You may know those specifics. I don't. But we had a Christmas, which I remember recently asking you, because I swore up and down that we had this in Destin, but I recently found out all these years I've been wrong. It was in Pensacola. I swore we had this Christmas in Destin, Florida, but I think it was Pensacola. But we all met up in Pensacola, which you guys lived in Pensacola back then, and we rented this like big house, and your family was there, like your mom, your dad, your brother, your grandmother, your aunt and uncle, and then mommy and daddy and Sanjay. And was Andrew there? I can't remember. I don't know. Because, you know, Andrew was always like, I don't know if he was in Japan back then. I don't know if I remember Andrew being there. I think he was probably the only one that was MIA from like our family. And again, we only had the 2 boys back then, no girls. But I remember that was a fun little trip. And then at one point, I remember me, Sanjay, Scott, you, I think we went and found some like restaurant bar or something one night and just hung out and ate and had drinks. I can't remember. Was Ann there too? I know Ann was on the trip, but I'm talking about this particular like bar dinner spot. I can't remember. But overall, I just remember we had a good time, and the house was really nice. And I remember going on the beach at one point with Michael, and oh my gosh, I remember there's a song, I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but you know how songs take you back to that's it. Wale, and is it, oh my gosh, how does it, who sings this? I can't remember. You know, if there's a question of my heart, you got it. Anyone. But I can't remember. Maybe we can add the name of it here. But that song, every time I hear it, for some reason, I remember that moment on the beach in Pensacola. I was with Michael. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good trip. Yeah. So those are like 2 that like stick out, but there's so many more that I could probably share, but I'll let you chime in and just for poops and giggles, a little memory lane. But all right, girl, I'm about to go up in the shower, and yeah, I was gonna say something else and I can't remember. It just left me. But yeah, so love you, girl.
What up, sis? It might be too noisy where I'm standing because I'm standing by the dishwasher. But Matt brought home this peppermint coffee foam, and it's gonna be troublesome. Because it's so good. I just want to have coffee just to have the foam. But anyways, probably could just eat the foam and be fine. But yeah, it was fun listening to your memories. And I was like, wait, we went to a restaurant bar in Pensacola? I don't even know where we went. Girl. There are some memories for me that are like very clear, and then there's others that I'm like, can I get some picture proof? I mean, I remember Pensacola, and it was so fun because you thought it was Destin, but I remember the Pensacola house just because it was very extravagant. Like, it was like this huge house, and you're right, I think Andrew was the only one missing. But like, everybody was there. Even my aunt and uncle were there, and G-Ma. I don't know if there was like I don't remember how many of us there were, but I just remember it was a big number. And it was super fun. It was just this beautiful house, and they had like bikes and different things you could take to the beach. And we were just right there. We were right there. So it was super cool. And it was just special because we were there cooking, had that Jamaican breakfast. Like, we were just there 24/7 to hang out. And I've enjoyed all the Christmases where we've got Airbnbs like that, and we're all just kind of hanging out and staying up late in our PJs and relaxing. And I think we always take turns cooking, like who's on for different meals. Like this couple's on for breakfast, this person's on for lunch, and that's always just a good time, you know, of that togetherness and playing games. And usually there's aspects of opening up gifts or Secret Santa or whatever, dancing, music, always. And I remember the same thing for Thanksgiving, not staying at people's, not necessarily Airbnbs, but always remembering, always having a good time whenever we'd stop by Nadine's house in Indiana, my cousin Nadine, for Thanksgiving. And there was always just so much food and so many people, and, you know, music and just like conversation, chats, and a good time. Like, there was a lot of people, but it was fun. So yeah, I remember those two. I think the thing that stands out though is when, like, we all went to Guatemala together, and again, we got another Airbnb there and stayed together, and it was just fun to like introduce everybody to the friends that we'd been meeting in the years before when we had been there. Pablo and Abel and the moms at Dory's Promise and the kids, and just the whole organization. And then getting to go out and see Pablo's Transforming Futures, his organization, and just all the exploring and getting to see everybody try different foods, you know, and staying at that spot where we had our own little pool in the backyard, our own little hot tub. I think it was too cold to swim, but we did go in the hot tub. Is that right? Did we even know to bring suits? I don't even know. But it was just beautiful, you know, and it's just a different experience to travel. I mean, I know we had done Jamaica, but then at this point in Guatemala, we had more kids. So I just remember it being a real quality time, and everybody dressing up, and we were going to Antigua, and we were just seeing all the sights. And again, it all comes back to the food for me. I don't care where I'm going, Guatemala, Japan, Jamaica, I just want to eat. So, and the views, of course, the people, it's beautiful. So yeah, oh girl, it's always a good time when we're together, and it's always chaos, right? Because the kids just they have a good time, and then they get into it. Mainly the littlest ones get into it, right? But for the majority of the time, the big kids are getting along. But just the whole thing that we can go and do activities together, and then just come back and relax and share a meal and just stay up late and all of that. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Stay down, came up, God made a way.